Hey friends, so it's your girl Anastasia, aka Coco. I am back with another video. Before we get started, I would like to just remind you guys to please like and comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time that I post another video. I really appreciate you guys' support, always coming back to watch. And let's get into this video. This is not really an update. It is more of just what I feel like whoever is trying to go and get this surgery, a breast reduction, will need ahead of time, or which you can also get afterwards if you feel like you need it. Some of these things you might have at home, some of them you might have to go and buy. Nothing is super expensive, nothing is super out there like crazy. Everything is easily attainable. So anyway, I'm coming at you right now from my computer room because I was just in here like just scrolling YouTube as usual. It is 3 o'clock in the morning and I was like, I should just make this because I actually had somebody ask me what did I do to prepare. And I was like, I really did not do a lot to prepare other than the things that I bought that I felt I needed. But as far as preparations for this surgery, there is not really a lot of preparation because it's not like one of those surgeries where you need to lose weight or be on a special diet or anything like that. I mean, obviously it's always good to be on a healthy diet, but it is nothing crazy like that. So I actually have a little list because, you know, I'm old school. I write on paper. I have a list of the few things, and it's not a lot of things, a few things that I personally bought and went and got for myself. But then again, I do know there's a million videos on YouTube telling you exactly what you need. But this is personally just what I got for myself, what I felt like I needed and wanted. My throat is not acting right today. I don't know. You guys like my shirt? Even though I feel like I grew up with Disney more than Nickelodeon, but anyway. So let's just kick off and start this list. So firsthand, I feel like the first thing you should get is first thing that obviously you're gonna go see your doctor like for a pre-op appointment. They should give you your prescription for your medication, right? For your painkillers and whatever else they give you, because I got painkillers, which was narcotic, which is hydro and acetaminophen. That's what I got. And also I got was it Valium or was it Xanax? One of them. But I was like, hell no. I am not taking that, and I'm sure if you guys go back and watch my video from when I was gathering like my gauze and all that stuff, you'll see that I said I wasn't going to take that medication, and I already had it like a week prior to my surgery. So I did get a dose of that because I stayed at the hospital the night of surgery. And I ended up getting one dose of, I want to say it was Valium. But anyway, I got a dose of it. It made me really hot. It did not react well with me, so I chose not to take that. My doctor went ahead and said I could take muscle relaxer, so that worked out great for me. But obviously, you know, talk to your doctor. But your doctor should prescribe you your medication before surgery, because you shouldn't be getting out of the house to go trying to get your prescription like after the surgery. That makes no sense. Anyway, when you're getting your prescription, because it'll be before surgery, go ahead and pick up some Miralax, some kind of stool softener, because I'm not lying when I tell you the medication, because painkillers, depending on how much pain you're in, the more painkillers you're gonna take, because they tell you every 4 or 6 hours take a dose. So if let's say you're like me and you are in excruciating pain, which especially that first day. I was in pain, and so I felt the need to take my medication like it was prescribed. So the night of, when I was at the hospital, they gave me my medication because they would notice every time my heart rate went up, it was because I was in pain. And so they gave me my medication. When I came home, at least the first 4 days, I was taking my medication because I ended up having what I had. Everybody gets, well, not everybody, but I had drains the night that I stayed at the hospital. But then they took them off the morning after. But I had a lot of clotting in the drain. So, but my doctor still said it was okay to take off the drains and I didn't have to come home with the drains. Now, because of that, there was a lot of backed up fluid, especially on my left side. It had got bruised and all that stuff, and it was painful. And I kept getting swollen like constantly, and to a point where it was really uncomfortable and painful. So I ended up having to take my medication for like those first 4 days, like as scheduled, as prescribed, I mean. So with that, my bowels, obviously, you know, painkillers, they say painkillers slow down your digestive system, or maybe your bowels. So what happens is when that slows down, you're not going to the bathroom. Also, you gotta remember that you're not moving a lot. You're mostly sitting down, laying down. So that, everybody, you know, the more you move, the more your bowels move. So if you're not moving a lot, you got the painkillers in your system, everything slows down. That's not good. So I would say pick up some Miralax, some kind of stool softener. It will be good for you. Please believe me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing anything. Talk to your doctor. But, you know, they're most likely going to tell you to take a stool softener. Just over the counter. Okay, so then I would say go ahead and buy your sports bras. Now, you know how or what size you told your doctor you wanted to be, or you want to go down to, because I feel like every doctor is going to ask you, what size do you feel like you would want to go down to? There's no doctor, I don't think, in breast reduction that's going to come out and tell you you're gonna be a C. I'm reducing you to a B. They give you the choice to decide, because obviously they'll measure everything, but they give you the choice, and I wanted a C cup. So me personally, I went ahead and I went from a 43 triple D, and I went ahead and I bought some sports bras from Amazon. And let me see if I can pull up a picture of what they were called, because I remember I screenshot the name. Capricia O'Dare sports bras for women. Yeah, it comes in multiple colors. They're really comfortable. They zip up in the front, which you need, because you do not want to be lifting your arms up and all that stuff, because it's gonna hurt. Let me see. Yeah, so, and then there were only, for a 6-pack of those, there were only about $35, $36, something like that. And they're on Prime, so you get them within 2 business days. So that's a good deal. The doctor does give you that one bra coming from the hospital, but I just did not feel like wearing that one bra, like 2 bras, switching 2 bras, because I know some people just tell you on YouTube, like, go to Walmart and buy 2 bras and you can switch them back and forth. I choose not to do that, because I went ahead and bought the 6-pack, and I had actually bought 2 of them, like a 2-pack, before surgery. And then after surgery is actually when I went and ordered the 6-pack, because I'm not about to be washing a bra every other day, so I can switch back and forth. So I decided to buy, so I have like 8 of them, and they're really comfortable. The next thing you should have is some zip up hoodies, something that buttons up or zips up in the front, because you want to make it easy access for when you're switching out. You know, if you have drains, it's easy access to reach the drains and, you know, empty them. Also, for when you're changing your dressings. I didn't have drains, but I still had to change my dressings, so it made it so much easier to have the zip up hoodies. I went and got like 3 of them from Walmart, super cheap. And also I had like dresses that button up in the front, super helpful. So yeah, if you don't have any, work on getting at least 2 or 3 of those. Okay, and another big thing you're gonna need. Now, I've seen some people where they go to Walmart and buy the little pillow that prop you up, but it looks like a little chair, something like that. Now, I went ahead and bought the pregnancy pillow out of Amazon because it supports your back and it has these 2 long sides that keeps you from turning left and right. So I really believe in that pregnancy pillow because I'm still using it to today, because it helps me in the middle of the night. I'm not accidentally gonna find myself turned to the left, to the right, or on my stomach. So I really believe in that, versus if you get the one that's just propping your back only and your elbows, if there's nothing kind of like, I feel like I'm a heavy sleeper, so once I fall asleep, especially when you're on that medication that first week, you're knocked out. So if you toss a lot, you're gonna wake up in pain, because you're gonna find yourself have laid on your side or on your stomach, and you're constantly in pain. So I would say it's better to have the pregnancy pillow, because that is gonna help you keep you from turning, and it's also comfortable. So because of how I explained about my sides swelling up, and when I had a lot of fluid that wasn't absorbing back into my body quick enough, so it got hot, and it was like my left breast was getting hot and it was swelling up a lot. So my doctor gave me an okay to use an ice pack, and then later on told me I could use a heating pad and just alternate. So if you can get an ice pack and if you have a heating pad, do that. You don't have to, I know ice packs are cheap, but heating pads could maybe be a little pricey. I don't know. I already had one from when my back was killing me, whole reason why I got the surgery. So I already had a heating pad and ice packs. But ice packs are pretty cheap. I think they're at Walmart. I'm not sure how much they are, but I don't think they're that expensive. But as far as a heating pad, you can always get a bottle of water and just warm it up in the microwave and put it right there. Or something like, or a warm towel and put it there. So for me, I already had those, but my doctor gave me the okay to use those, and I was just using them, alternating them. As far as the ice pack, I still use ice packs to today, because when I get those, sometimes in the middle of the night, I get those zingers, and it's not just for like a second. They'll be like, the zingers themselves are like for a second, but they'll constantly keep coming. And then also, because you're healing, you're gonna itch so much, and you cannot scratch, because you do not want to mess with your scars. You do not want to mess with your incisions, so you do not want to scratch at all. And so I find myself like rubbing a lot, trying to kind of scratch, but I'm only rubbing. So instead of doing that, I go ahead and I put an ice pack right on whatever is itching, and the itching goes away. And it happens a lot at night, especially when I'm falling asleep. I don't know if it's because I get hot or I don't know. So I usually just grab an ice pack and I put it on there, and I'm good. So those 2 will come in handy if needed. The other thing I'm gonna say, this is not necessary for everybody. This is just something I found very helpful for me. If you have hair like Moa, I have dreads, and they need to be twisted, not very often, but just because I wasn't trying to look a mess, even though I'm just sitting around not doing much. I had people come see me, visit me, all that stuff, and I didn't want to look a mess. I'm already like stuck on the chair. I don't want to look a mess on the chair, so I went ahead and I did my hair. If you have hair that needs to constantly be taken care of, I would say do somewhat of a semi-permanent hairstyle. Like, I went ahead and twisted my hair, kind of braided them together so it stays neat. and all I had to do was put a bandana or something on my head when I went to sleep, and I was good. So I was to do something sort of that would stay looking good, braids, something like that, that will stay looking good for at least 2 weeks, because you are not going to be able to lift your arms up to be doing crazy hairstyles. I mean, I'm sure you can reach and brush your hair, that's fine if that's all you have to do, but for me, I was not going to be able to reach to like constantly keep messing with it. So do something that's gonna sustain for like 2 weeks at least. Unless you have somebody that can do your hair, good for you. I do my hair and I do my wife's hair, so she wasn't gonna do my hair. Other things are like, you know, got my nails done before that, because like I said, for about 2 weeks, because of the fact that you're supposed to be laid back and not sitting up, you cannot afford to go to the nail shop and sit there for an hour. So I got my feet done, eyebrows, skin waxed. Obviously these are not necessary things. These are for people who feel like they need it and they do it often. Might as well get it done before. Yep, that's about it. I really didn't have a lot of things, even though I feel like this video might be a little longer than I usually post, but I just feel like it was needed because there was a couple of things there that I didn't even think about until afterwards, and I was like, like the stool softener, I didn't think about that, even though it's common sense, but I didn't think about it personally until I needed it. My hair, thank God I thought about it right before I went, and I think it's because somebody mentioned, I think it was my mom who mentioned it to me, and I was like, oh shoot, yeah. So I was like, that Sunday or Saturday before, because my surgery was on a Monday, I ended up doing my hair and it came in handy. So anyway, thank you so much guys for watching. Thanks for always coming back to support. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope everybody who's trying to have this surgery, you know, everything goes great and you have a quick recovery. Stay positive, think good thoughts, good vibes. Whatever you put out comes back in, so always try to put good vibes out, and it's gonna be a great outcome. Thanks so much for watching again. I love you guys, and I'll see you next video. Mwah.